Welcome to episode 4 of the podcast. I'm joined by Kai once again. Thank you for coming back.
Hello.
And Cobie.
What up?
And Alex.
Oh, he's non-verbal. They are not looking at you, my guy.
This is audio only.
No,
you're
you're
looking at
waving to the
They're looking at
microphone.
me. Gosh, they're looking at me.
In this episode, we are going to be talking about the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. So if you don't want spoilers, get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So offensive.
So I don't know where to start exactly.
I mean,
Well-
I guess we could start from the beginning. Like, how do you guys think
That was the intro.
the
That was the
third
second intro
movie?
ever.
Yeah, I feel like out of all the intro
Bye.
scenes, out of all the
Yeah, that
intro
was
scenes, this one was my favorite.
Yes.
Like, there was the first one where it comes in and he's like in the car and he's shooting at everybody inside the car, and then I forget what was in the second one, but the third one with him
The second
using
one was like the travel guy.
it
Like,
was a
time
travel guy.
And, like, there was a flashback of how his family died.
Yeah, and then this one with him using the bones
Oh,
of,
that was-
of
Wolverine.
Logan, of
He's like,
Logan
there's 206 bones
in the
in
human
the
body,
body, but
207.
You're watching Gossip Girl.
Yeah, it was so good. And then him dancing and stuff.
Deadpool dancing to NSYNC was not something I thought I needed. You know what I mean?
well, actually,
Hell
like the
yeah.
director and Deadpool actually like had a playlist. They were just looking for a song, and they had, like the weirdest songs, like country, rap, just weird songs just to find an intro. And Deadpool was like, I got one.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
used a lot of songs in that movie.
Yeah.
And it was
like
pretty-
13, 14.
I love the fighting
It was a
scenes with
long
music, and that was
credit.
awesome.
they were
I love
really
fighting
good.
scenes with music, and that was just amazing.
Yeah, that was a
Well,
good one.
almost like every fighting scene.
It was also the fact that was so good with that music because he
Mhm.
would stop in the middle of it and dance.
Yeah.
and then would keep going. I liked
Mhm.
how somehow when he had the like forearms of Wolverine and the hands, he could still shoot out the claws.
Oh yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And then
was
he
good.
stabbed one dude in the junk and one dude in the butt.
Like-
and they were like, "Make it stop!"
Oh my gosh. No, it was good. And they did a good job with the scene as well. Like they got the music selection down where it wasn't too on the nose, but it was still like fun to listen to.
like a Deadpool song. Like,
Yeah.
how do you expect a Deadpool movie would be?
Yeah. No, it was definitely one of those better music fight scenes. Like Marvel's done fight scenes to license music in the past, and it's been like way too on the nose or like it sucks. Like
I mean, I like the Guardians of the Galaxy one, so.
okay, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is pretty good.
Yeah, those are good.
I'm thinking like Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel's
Well,
was
let's just
pretty
be
bad.
honest.
This song was-
Captain Marvel
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Captain Marvel the character is
Mhm.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
So
Where she had like that buzz cut and Endgame.
it's
oh my
she's
gosh.
never been liked ever. I
Never.
don't get why they always
And like
bring
she's
her back.
strong too, but
And they brought Brie Larson into it. Also, another pretty annoying actress.
So I don't know about you guys, but even like the trailers before the movie for me watching Deadpool were fire.
I know.
Like
Oh,
there
yeah.
was the Alien Romulus trailer. I don't know if any
Oh, I
of
hated
you
That
that.
one was.
I
you
hated
didn't like that? Like
hated
it
that.
made you uncomfortable? Or?
Yes, I'm comfortable.
Dude,
I was
it
ready.
was so okay. It was gross, but it was very cool.
The scene was like the alien
No.
coming out their mouth was so.
Yeah,
good.
the scene where you could see like the tube going down
That
the
was
throat. Was
disgusting.
disgusting.
No,
But the part where
no.
she's sitting there and she's like shaking, they're like, "What?" And then she shows the light and you can see the alien.
Oh.
Dude, that was so
oh, the alien,
thick.
the new alien movie.
That
not
was
watching
so
It's
sick.
coming out like August 16th.
I'm gonna see it. Yeah, that was so good.
have fun with that.
Yeah.
I
But-
can't take horror in any like sense of it, so no, I'm good.
All right, but yeah, back onto Deadpool. I was
Yes.
mad they didn't have Cable.
Well, didn't he?
But why?
die?
No, Cable was supposed to be there because he said, remember at the end of Deadpool 2, he
Like his girlfriend died, but we didn't know. Like
yeah.
who
So
was
what
the
happened
guy.
at the end of Deadpool 2 was Deadpool sacrifices himself for the kid, and then Cable uses the last of his time machine fuel to go back, and he puts the coin on Deadpool's chest. So when he shoots, it hits the coin, and Deadpool doesn't die of getting shot because he had the collar on to neutralize his powers. So then Cable says like, "I'm gonna stick around and make sure this world doesn't crap itself." And then he wasn't in the movie. Like, I understand, but also something I found out. So Josh Brolin is the name of the guy who plays Cable. He also voices Thanos.
Yeah.
He's also one of the kids in Goonies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, which one? The fat one?
He's
No,
the
he's,
jock guy, the older
he's-
brother.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until
Hmm.
a couple nights ago. My dad's friend was like, "Oh yeah, he's one of the kids in the Goonies," and I was like, "What?" And then right after he said that, Deadpool called him One-Eye Willie.
I didn't like if you could rank all the Deadpool movies, what would you put it at?
Deadpool and Wolverine at number 1. Deadpool 1. Deadpool 2.
I have to agree. Even Deadpool 2 is not even bad though.
Deadpool 2 is not a bad movie at all.
It's just the other two are just way better.
Yeah.
And definitely. Deadpool
What do you-
Wolverine.
I would swap 1 and 3. I would swap 1 and 3.
You would put 1 over 3?
Yeah. I don't know. The story was a little more coherent, you know what I mean? Deadpool 1, okay, I'm going to start by saying this. I still loved Deadpool and Wolverine. It was a great movie. It just had some story issues that the original Deadpool didn't really have, you know what I mean? And maybe I'm out of it because I haven't seen Deadpool 1 in a while, but like,
Well, basically, he just got cancer and just came.
Yeah.
Gross. So Deadpool 1 was great. I love Deadpool.
Oh yeah, like
The-
trilogy.
The reason Deadpool 2 I feel like is not as well received from a lot of the people everybody I've talked to really said I like Deadpool
Yeah.
1 more than Deadpool 2, but Deadpool 2 isn't bad. I think it's because Deadpool 1 is mainly comedy
yeah.
and then a hint of the seriousness. Deadpool 2 was a lot of seriousness with a hint of comedy. And I feel like Deadpool and Wolverine was a good mix of both.
like it had the good
that's
times
true.
to be funny and good
Yeah,
times to be
there was the
serious.
times where they were messing around and Deadpool was pissing off Wolverine. And then there were the times where they both got serious or Wolverine was serious and Deadpool was legitimately hurt. Like there was the one time where they were in the car driving and Deadpool says, I made an educated wish.
Oh yeah.
And then Wolverine stops and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, an
Yeah, 'cause, like, he
educated, did
repeats
you
it, like,
just
say that
say
again?
He's like, "Did you just say a fucking educated wish?"
Like,
and Deadpool's like, "Yeah." No, he's like, "What'd you just say?" And he's like, "Maybe it'll work." He's like, "No, the 2 sentences before that. Educated wish." And then they get mad, and then that's like Wolverine. I liked the blunt force honesty that he had too, where he was literally he said all this stuff. He's like, "No wonder you can't keep a girlfriend because you are immature." All this stuff, and he's like, the part that hit hard is he was like, "And it is one of God's sickest jokes that you can't die." And Deadpool looks at him and he's just like, "I'm gonna fight you now."
mm,
Wolverine's like, "Oh, haha." Boom!
I feel like that. What Honda?
Honda
Odyssey.
It was a Honda
Honestly, I
Odyssey.
feel like that fight scene was like, bro, at the end of it when Deadpool was just strapped with like 10 seatbelts on it,
Dude,
Like,
yeah, and Wolverine was
after they
passed
were
out.
fighting like 10 minutes.
And then I liked all the references too. That's another reason I liked Deadpool 3 a lot was being a Marvel like nerd as I am,
mm.
seeing all the people brought back and the same
Who are you
actors.
not
That was-
expecting? Who are you
I wasn't
not
expecting Blade to
saying?
be.
I was
to
not
be-
expecting.
No, I'm
Blade.
sorry. They brought back Wesley Snipes' Blade.
Yeah,
I
Wesley
love that.
Snipes.
Like,
Wesley
I was-
Snipes.
I didn't know Blade had a movie. I didn't know Wesley Snipes had a Marvel movie.
He
And
did.
I loved
Yeah, he
to
did.
learn
What,
that.
like 2 movies?
Yeah, I think there's Blade 1 and Blade 2.
Yeah.
I only knew that Electro would be there. I don't know anyone else.
Yeah, and then Channing Tatum as Gambit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I love
like
I love it.
I love to see Gambit. Gambit's such a
yeah,
cool
bro,
character.
make that
He's-
a movie or a show.
He's
He was
never
gonna-
talked
I
about.
think he was gonna have a movie, and that's why he was in that because it got canceled.
Has to.
But
Hang on. I want to start an argument. What is Gambit's accent?
Isn't it French?
Yeah, it's some kind of French. I don't know.
Okay, so I got in a big argument with another YouTuber, Chester Vods, that it's Cajun and Louisiana French, according to Google. That's not French. That's not French. It's a whole different thing.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
I don't have
Thing.
I don't have an art.
That's
I
not
don't
French.
I don't have
That's
enough
not
knowledge
French.
to argue on this. I just thought it was a weird type of French. Like I don't know. I was just glad to see Gambit in a movie.
Yeah.
I didn't care about it.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
But
And then X-23 coming back was really cool.
What do you feel about like Charles' sister? You know,
Charles' sister was dope.
man, I wish she stayed longer. Honestly, like
I do too. I wish she could have got detained instead of like atomized. I get that's like kind of what had to happen. I feel like it was a little cop outy for Deadpool and Wolverine to survive, and somehow she gets atomized because
But, like,
she
she's,
wasn't
like-
dealing with anything dangerous.
No,
She was working the machine as it was intended to work. You could say maybe because
But-
they didn't do
well,
the safety measures.
But they short circuited it, so it like causes whole issues in the electronics.
I know, but what
Comes
part,
back on the thing that is doing the working.
how was there almost no damage to them? Is my
No, yeah, no,
Is my
that is the
question.
cop out. That is the cop out.
and Deadpool and Wolverine together, just
I wasn't-
unstoppable.
I would.
But I will say it's all fine because we got to see Hugh Jackman's abs.
Bro, oh man, like Deadpool's like this.
Even
And why,
Deadpool-
and why did Wolverine's uniform get vaporized and Deadpool's didn't? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't ask that.
No, exactly. It was.
It's Wolverine.
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
It was a
That's
really
his last
fun
movie.
movie.
I'm
It was a-
surprised he came back.
Hugh Jackman is 55 years
Yeah,
old.
55, and he's so
Dude, his arms
Are
are like
so
the
huge.
thickness of my torso. Like,
like it's so crazy.
he is massive. And the funniest part to me is, so if you remember when he was going through all the universes trying to find a Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
the short one?
He found a
Time
short
travel.
one. The Cavalrine.
Yeah.
But
Cavalry.
the Wolverine in the comics is 5'3". Like that is legit.
Oh, he's like short king height. That's
Yeah,
funny.
so that's why he's like, oh, look at my little comic accurate Wolverine. And then, like, the part where he, like, Wolverine walks out, he's like, oh, look at you. Wait, didn't you fight the Hulk in that outfit? And, like, you see the Hulk in his like, claws. That was sick.
Mhm.
okay, but one cameo we haven't talked about is the Chris Evans as Johnny Storm.
Yes.
Bro, that was
That-
so.
that-
I love that.
Oh, he's going to say it. He's going to say it. Avengers, flame on. What?
I got so hyped when he said that. Too.
I was like,
the
wow.
Fantastic Four movies are underrated. They're not
They suck.
particularly good.
Casey, I'm
but
going to be honest
Yeah,
with
I
you.
think
They're pretty bad.
maybe it's just nostalgia.
I haven't seen the originals, but I saw like the Fox Sony ones or whatever. Those were
Yeah.
bad, and I've seen
The
clips
one
from
with
the originals.
like
They do
Michael
not
B.
look great.
Jordan wasn't good.
Michael Basketball Jordan.
Yeah.
I just love doing that when there's a B in the name. Or
Uh,
Basketball Peterson. It's just good.
I actually don't know what the B in his name was. It like Bartholomew?
Probably something pretentious like that.
Out of all the times that Deadpool and Wolverine, fought, what was your favorite scene?
Ooh.
Definitely the one where they're fighting by the 20th Century Fox.
That was funny.
That was funny. That was
That was
hilarious.
That one was cool. I liked that.
When they went to the void.
Yeah.
Dude. So, I understand Deadpool and Wolverine cuss a lot in the comics.
Yeah.
It was a little much. I feel like we
it's
could admit
no wonder
that.
it was rated R.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the CGI on some of the stuff was a little janky.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. No,
Do you know what he was doing to the budget?
it was good. That was one of the few Marvel movies where I wasn't there to complain about the CGI. And just in general. I came to that it was one of the first Marvel movies in a while that I was
has
actually
been good. Like,
not even that I was just excited to see. Like I saw the trailers for this and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be good." I haven't had that for Marvel. I wasn't even excited for Endgame. Like Deadpool and Wolverine had me hyped. They did a great job.
They did do a
and
great
and then the movie was actually enjoyable on top of that.
Oh, yeah.
They did a great job.
like the last good Marvel movie was honestly like really good. Was probably Infinity War. I think.
Yeah.
So.
I'm glad. Guys, let's just stop with the multiverse stuff.
Oh, yes.
The
No.
Wizard of Oz did it best. The gays knew it.
Yeah. No. Ryan Reynolds did such a great job in all of that. Like he made that movie as a middle finger to the MCU, and I love it for that reason.
Isn't it a part of the MCU now?
Yeah.
Technically.
Sort of.
He had an interview.
sacred
He had an
title.
interview with.
Yes, but
Avengers.
he still fights to stay back in his universe in
He
the
does.
Fox
Oh
universe.
yeah, he does.
He's like, oh no, I don't want to join that. Like it's a great job being self-aware about kind of how Marvel's been and how bad they've been doing.
Yeah.
And then they prove his point after the movie drops by casting Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor
Bro,
Doom.
that was so. I mean, it makes sense because in the comic books he was.
Tony Stark in some universes becomes Doctor.
Yeah, Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
So like, it makes sense. I mean, I'm just glad he's still in Marvel.
I love Robert Downey Jr.
He is
I
such
guess,
a good
yeah.
actor.
But the fact that Marvel's just rewriting their whole universe is just kind of
Yeah.
ironic.
That's the they
It's coming out
See,
2026.
in the comics.
Yeah.
Recently, they did a complete wipe. I don't know if you saw it, but they had the Black Winter, who's like the eater of galaxies. Like Galactus is afraid of the Black Winter.
Oh,
The Black Winter is so strong in the comics. They showed him eating the DC universe, and so
There was a DC reboot recently.
there was. So
Yeah.
it doesn't say the DC universe, but it's like the God of Man and it's Superman. It's like the God of Darkness and it's Batman. It's like the God of
Mhm.
Speed. It's Flash. So like that's how the Black Winter is, and then they reset their universe in the comics by doing that. So they're not like they've done it before,
Mm.
and I feel like they're not afraid to do it again. But the stuff that I liked personally is there was no political correctness to it.
Yeah, they did.
Like-
They did a pretty good job with that.
Like there was no characters who like changed gender or race for no reason. Like all that stuff. That's what I loved about the second movie too, where he's sitting there talking to Cable and he's like, "You racist." he's like, "What are you talking about? So you killed Black James." he's like, "He wasn't even black." Yes, he was. and then he's like, his dying wish before Cable resets the time. He's like, "I hope that you stop judging people based on the color of their skin and start judging them by the content of their character." It's like, what? It's so good. Those movies, they're all so good.
Mm.
And then I liked the villain, like he said, the Charles Xavier's
yeah,
sister, Cassandra.
Cassandra.
I liked how the first time we saw her, it immediately showed like she was about it. Like
Like,
she heard Johnny was talking smoke.
No, that was wild. The theater I was in, like everybody collectively gasped. I haven't been in a spot where the audience reacted that hard in a long time.
oh, about him dying.
No, just for a movie in general,
Oh.
that was pretty good.
She
I don't know.
snapped and his
Yeah.
skin
Yeah,
came off.
like- Yeah, everybody freaked
And
out.
like
That
at the
was fun.
very, very end of the movie, like
Yeah.
people show
That's
like
crazy.
he did say that. I did not kill him.
I didn't actually get to see that because I had to pee so bad.
Dang.
I like the
But yeah,
credits
it was
came
basically
on.
basically what Deadpool said about what he said at the very end. They're like, I told you guys I did not kill him. He said that.
But Wolverine said that he didn't say that. Well, he said no. He didn't say he didn't say. He just said he got him killed.
Yeah.
So, all right, I guess. Yeah, that was shocking.
What's shocking about me that like she finally let the void because like her deal got broken or something.
Yeah, I liked
Yeah, she
how.
could have left the void so much longer.
Yeah, I liked how she like the visual of her reaching into people's mind. Like
Ooh,
I don't know how they did that with like CGI.
it was sick.
they CGI'd it.
Yeah.
That could have
They-
been
they-
practical.
yeah.
I mean, they could have just made a
Could have
cast head.
stuck someone's hand in someone's
No, they
head.
just could have made a cast head and then done it.
I don't know how they would
But how?
do that.
How would they have done it? How would they have made a cast?
Have you ever seen a horror movie?
Huh?
No, you said you don't like them.
I've seen a couple.
They do-
I've
they do
seen The
stuff-
Descent, and I've seen.
Like they make fake heads.
They make fake heads all the time that look legitimate.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm talking about like the fluid motion of her fingers like pulling through there. I don't see how they could have done that.
It's probably
without animating. Yeah, that's what
It probably is CGI, but I said they could have possibly.
They could have done it.
Shut up.
You shut up. You're just saying they could
Who
have.
was 20 minutes late?
Huh? I have a motorcycle. There was rain.
What?
I took the
Ever.
highway.
So one thing I will say, and this is just me being a nerd about it, but technically, Wolverine and Deadpool are supposed to be incapable of getting drunk.
Yeah.
Like their body,
Because the body is just.
because of all the like healing factor stuff. Their body's not
Yeah.
supposed to be able to get drunk.
Well, like they can technically die. It just takes so
Well,
much.
it literally like you have to deatomize them.
Yeah.
Wolverine once came back from a single drop of blood. Like you have to destroy every part of them till there is nothing left, and then they cannot come back anymore.
Like the scene of like the atom and matter and all that.
Yeah.
Like they would have actually died if it was just one of them, probably. But Wolverine and Deadpool together.
You know, power of friendship. Like
Yeah.
it was a power friendship ending. I think we just got to accept that.
Dude, Nice Pool getting murked.
Oh my
that was
God.
so-
Oh my god, bro.
That was
Deadpool was like,
He grabs him,
You know,
he puts him in
regenerate?
front of him, and he puts him down. And he's like, "All right, how long does it take you for you to regenerate? Regenerate?
It's like watching Old Yeller. If Old Yeller was just nice and they just walked out and shot him.
the
like
dog,
that.
bro.
Yeah. No.
When Wolverine picks up the dog and he's just casually strolling, dude. And then when Peter shows up,
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my God.
Peter!
oh shit, it's Peter. And then
He's a legend in every Deadpool universe.
yeah. So the cowboy, I was telling him, the cowboy Deadpool,
Yeah.
who was like, Peter's a legend in every universe. That's Matthew McConaughey.
Really?
Yeah. Like they had, and then the female Deadpool,
That's
Blake Lively.
whatever
That's
her name
Ryan
is, yeah.
Reynolds' wife.
Swag.
I like
Yeah.
that detail.
Like just all of them are all just super famous. And
Yeah.
Nobody knows it.
And I love like when they say, "Oh, Kid Deadpool, he's the dirtiest of them all."
Yeah. Get Wolverine's dick out your mouth.
Oh my gosh.
But that fight with all of them was
That was tough.
with like a prayer by Madonna playing,
Yeah.
and then all of them just ganging up on Wolverine.
Deadpool pushing him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
And like Peter showed up for the rescue.
Yeah. Peter is a legend in every universe.
I think they just would have went back and forth so times.
Pizza song.
See, Peter showed up, and my only question was, why did he have to have his balls out like that? Like, it was so obvious. You could see his schlong, like it was like up through his belt, and his balls were just out there.
I wasn't looking.
You didn't see that?
No.
It was so prominent. I couldn't. Okay.
Don't pull up a picture.
I'm gonna pull up a picture.
I don't
I
want
want to know how you missed it.
I don't want to see his schlong.
You can't see his
Oh,
schlong,
you cannot
can
miss
see
it,
his
bro.
balls, like,
Like
I was sitting very close to the screen, so I was like, I was looking at his face. I wasn't looking at his.
there's no pictures from the movie yet.
I wasn't looking at his penis. Like, how are you, as a straight man, sitting here and being like, you weren't looking at his penis?
bro, it was just right there.
No,
like,
it's not. It's not like I was staring.
So is Peter packing?
Huh?
Is Peter packing?
You can barely see his dick, but you can see his balls. They're prominent. Like that's what I was asking the question for, because it was just like, why? Why did they have to do that?
I mean, the suit was tight. That was the point of it. It was the joke.
Deadpool's suit is tight. You
We watched him get molested.
he got molested, but you didn't see his balls for the whole movie. Like,
and also he's skinny, unlike Peter.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair, that's
Peter's
fair.
a little chunky.
He's a little chunky boy, but hey, Peter's a legend.
Peter
Peter
does
is a
have some
legend.
love handles on him.
Peter is definitely a legend.
I love that Peter came in clutch.
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
funny.
for real, like Peter.
Oh shit, it's Peter. You know Peter? Everyone has a Peter.
Everyone knows Peter.
Peter is a legend in every
And Peter came
universe.
in the series Deadpool 2.
He did. He showed up in Deadpool 2, and then Deadpool went back in time and saved him at the end in the end credits, as well as killing the X-Men Origins version of himself, where he had no mouth.
Just fixing the timeline. Sorry.
He
Just
shoots
put
him
him down.
That was an interesting movie.
X-Men Origins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, X-Men Origins Wolverine has some super cool scenes, and some scenes
Yeah.
where you're just like,
Why?
Why?
what are you doing? And you know what's funny? The only movie who has gotten a headshot to a character with a healing factor correct is that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing, so as a person with a healing factor, like those characters, you can destroy their brain and it'll come back. The thing is, you can't replace memories because memories are not physical. Memories are electrical charges.
Yeah.
So technically, if they lose their head or something and it grows back, they won't have the knowledge of their previous selves.
Yeah,
They should. So not Deadpool. In X-Men Origins Wolverine, he gets shot in the head with adamantium bullets, and he gets amnesia. And that is literally the only one to get it right, and it is the worst possible. Like, it is horrible. God bless you.
He shared it.
I love listening to Deadpool talk crap though. It is
Till you're 90. Till you're 90. That was so good.
yeah. I was sad when I saw him and Vanessa weren't a thing anymore.
I know, it's like,
And then at the end, Wolverine was a perfect wingman.
he's like,
Yeah.
hey, touch
Give me the dog.
it.
Talk to the girl.
It was good.
Hey, W man.
W mans. And then it wasn't even like a. I like that it wasn't a graphic thing. Like I
I don't
like
think we're ever gonna see Wolverine again. Like, no one can play that actor.
Hugh Jackman's the goat.
Like, no one. Like, I don't think like with the multiverse, I don't think they're really gonna bring it back. I don't think they want to. Only why he did the part because they kept it in line with the Logan movie. Like, he actually died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The legacy or whatever.
I never saw the Logan movie. How did he actually die?
So the Logan
Logan
is
is
a very good movie.
It's
Do you want me to spoil it for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so in Logan,
Go watch it though. Make sure you watch it.
in Logan, it's set like a super long time in the future because obviously the healing factor and everything, you don't age very quickly. So what's happening is Logan is starting to lose his superpowers pretty much because he's getting so old, his healing factor's wearing down, all this stuff. He's taking more damage now.
Well, there
And
was more to it, wasn't there? Like the adamantium was like
so
turning on him. And poisoning him.
adamantium, they were saying it was adamantium poisoning, but if his healing factor never wore down, they never would have
That's
noticed.
fair.
That's the thing. So it was really the issue was him getting so old and damage to his DNA,
Oh, okay.
basically. Like people looked into it, it was like his mutation in his genes were getting so damaged that he was starting to recreate his genes again with no mutation.
Like, how long? Like, how much did time pass?
He was like 700.
God.
Isn't Charles Xavier in them?
Well, that's the thing. Logan's been alive for a long time. I think Charles Xavier lives for like 100 or 200 years. I don't know if that's true or not, but pretty much Charles Xavier's in the movie, but he can't even control his powers anymore. He needs like medication.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
And-
he's old.
And what Wolverine finds out is they're making more super soldiers. So X-23
The girl.
in the Deadpool and Wolverine is from Logan.
Yeah,
She's like his offspring in a way.
Mhm.
yeah.
So-
like,
Sort of
a nerd.
long process there.
So there's also other grown super soldiers, like male super soldiers, and they're getting like injected with more serum every single day. That's like keeping their genes from not mutating,
Mm-hmm.
which obviously Logan didn't have. So what ends up happening is to save the girl, he fights one of the super soldiers, and as Deadpool puts it, gets effed by a tree branch, which is the dude basically like kills him, and then he grabs him and impales him on a tree branch. And then all the kids who were saved by Logan go back and they dig him a grave and they have the cross, and then X-23 tilts it so it's an X for X-Men at the end of the movie, which is why when he's dug up, it's an X and everything.
Like that tree branch would have not killed him if it was like, back in his prime.
if it was
Yeah.
what I don't understand, I mean, I guess you could say it like it missed all the bone, his skeleton is still covered in adamantium.
Yeah.
How did a tree branch go through it?
Hey, we don't know.
Like, you're telling me it went like through. I don't understand. How could it not have hit any bone or something? Because I don't see how a tree branch can break through adamantium. I don't get how Deadpool ripped off adamantium stuff either, but that's neither here nor there. It was Deadpool.
Yeah.
He's him.
Yeah, Deadpool's him.
Do you think Deadpool's ever gonna come in Avenger?
I hope
The
not.
timeline shows
I
it's
really hope
supposed to.
not.
Why?
Okay, so no, he's staying in the freaking Fox universe.
Freaking.
What about?
All right,
with
if we're gonna be like that.
What about Thor?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Thor's crying, holding
Thor was
him.
crying over him.
And Deadpool's like,
Coming thunder, like, you know. I just, yeah, I don't know. The fact that he stayed in the Fox universe, I feel like is a pretty good pretty good proof that he's not going to join the Sacred Timeline, which I like that. I don't want this movie to be part of the MCU.
Me either, honestly.
I don't want Deadpool to become an MCU character. I liked this movie being part of the timeline as it is, kind of its own little thing. I don't want it. I don't want more Deadpool in the MCU. You know what I mean?
He'd also like his character would be like I don't know, his level of comedy would probably be decreased with the PG-13 movie.
Yeah, this movie did what it did because Ryan Reynolds had a lot of control in it.
yeah,
Like,
he's a screenwriter.
yeah, exactly. If he starts doing more with it, Disney's gonna take that away from him, and then it's gonna be another freaking. I keep saying that again. Another Disney Marvel movie, and I don't want to see that happen to Deadpool. You know what I mean?
I understand. I don't.
Also, like Ryan Reynolds is like 47 too, so he's getting older as well.
Yeah. I feel like they could figure something out. Nobody's going to do it as well as Ryan Reynolds, but people can do impressions of Ryan Reynolds pretty well. You know what I mean? So I feel like
it's not.
I feel like if he didn't act, but he still played the part of the screenwriter and everything,
I guess.
it could have some of the same flair, but
Yeah, but it's not.
it's not.
It's not. That's the thing.
Our
It may have some.
Our
but
legends
it's
are
not
growing
And
old.
like,
That's
if
sad.
Deadpool joins Avengers, bro, he's just gonna carry them. He's just gonna carry.
Yeah.
Like, Doomsday's gonna stand no chance against him. He physically cannot die. I mean, it is Doomsday. He is smart, so
Mm-hmm.
there is a chance, actually.
Well, we see him dying in Thor's arms. I feel like there's a chance.
Yeah.
I hope that's a future scene in the MCU.
I want one movie. Like I want the final Deadpool movie. He crosses over. But I want to also admit this is the second time now we've seen a character from Fox cross into the MCU. Because Venom.
Venom?
Well, what about Spider-Man? I guess it was a different.
It was a different. They were different actors.
Yeah.
Like, and Venom was still before Spider-Man No Way Home, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think so.
Whatever it was called.
Yeah. Venom 3 is coming out, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about his world came to Earth, whatever. Or found him, I should say.
Well, there are the Andrew Garfield and
Yeah, there's no way.
Tobey Maguire or whatever.
Yeah. That's probably like the last time I saw a good Marvel movie.
Well, also there is
Exactly.
in Across the Spider-Verse, we see an MCU character there
Yeah.
because the
Wasn't it like Donald Glover as Prowler or
it's
something
Donald
like that?
Glover as the Prowler.
I like
yes.
that. I like that little cameo.
He
And-
was
and,
Donald
like-
Glover was Miles' uncle in Spider-Man: Homecoming. He says, "I have a nephew named Miles.
Oh,
Make
right.
sure you
okay,
look out
okay.
for him."
When is the next Spider-Man movie that's come out? Last one.
I don't.
I
Again,
haven't
this
heard
is
about
not
anything.
a clean. They wiped the universe again. They wiped the universe, and it's a clean slate now for them to do anything they want. They did it with Spider-Man.
I'm sure they'll still keep most of the same actors and characters.
Mhm.
I mean, more than likely.
Because they still have plans for the Secret Wars movies. I'm sure.
I would love for
There is no such thing
Deadpool.
as Secret Wars anymore, man. 2026 Avengers Doomsday. Then 2027 I think it's Secret Wars.
I'm not waiting that long.
Did you see
This man's gonna make the movie come out soon.
the Captain
Like,
America?
If it's so
The
bad, if it's
Falcon
bad, I'm
movie.
gonna be
Oh,
so
that
mad.
looks pretty
Well, it
good.
probably been like what? That game came out 2019.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's already been 5 years.
Yeah, but what's been good from Marvel recently? Like, there's been so many.
Deadpool.
Okay, Cobie, work with me here.
Honestly, Loki. Honestly,
Loki
the
was,
Loki season.
No, I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm just thinking. There's been so many like comic series, comic arcs that people have been hyping up. Like, oh, this is gonna be great. Like, what was it? Like Skrull Invasion. People were super excited about.
that
And then it was just trash.
That new Captain
like that
Marvel movie
ending.
was so bad.
What's the new one?
the Marvels.
Oh, right. Yeah. Nobody cared about that. People were comparing the CGI to like 1970s, 1980s Superman, I think. Like,
Elias from Loki season 1, episode 5.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, the Captain America movie is coming out soon.
That I feel like that one's gonna be good.
Yeah,
I feel
That
like
might be interesting.
I feel like that one's gonna be good. And again, I don't have a problem with that because Brody, isn't it his name?
Who?
The
Who?
Falcon.
Rhodey.
His name is Rhodey.
Yeah.
Rhodey, always in the comics, he becomes Captain America.
Yep.
So I have zero issues with that. The only thing I'm confused about is, have you guys seen the trailer for it yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Have you seen the part at the end?
Red Hulk.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
So Red Hulk, to my knowledge, I could be wrong, but Red Hulk is one of Hulk's villains, not Rhodey's or
But like,
Captain
who
America Falcon.
plays Red Hulk? Like,
It's General
It
Ross.
should be General Ross.
Yeah.
That's who it usually is. So I want to see how it plays out because we already have our cuck Hulk.
we have
Yeah.
Hulk and She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. So horrible. Oh my god.
I only watched the first episode and I did not want.
I think IGN gave She-Hulk a higher rating than the new Deadpool movie, which is
That's
wild.
something IGN would do. Like,
Yeah, no, IGN can't rate for anything.
Dude.
That's fair.
If you have a show that's about women empowerment and have them twerking with Nicki Minaj,
Wild.
you are the ones objectifying.
yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Well, guys, I have to head out.
Oh,
See how but like, She-Hulk was so. And the thing is, She-Hulk in the
So
comics,
Not movie, show.
yeah.
She-Hulk in the comics is awesome. She-Hulk in the comics
Yeah.
is a great
Yeah.
character. I'll get Alex. Enjoy your haircut. Like, why did they have to do that?
So bad.
They were
Like,
trying to replicate Deadpool, like She-Hulk being the fourth wall break character.
but she's not. That's the thing. She's not.
Well, in the comics, she does do that. I think.
A little bit, but she's not with this. Nobody will ever do it like that.
Obviously, yeah.
And the
I mean,
sad
there's
part is,
Gwenpool.
there's who?
There's
Oh.
Gwenpool.
Gwenpool.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
it's still an offshoot of Deadpool
It's
with
you're
Gwen
not
Stacy.
gonna do it like Deadpool.
Yeah, no.
And nobody will ever do it like Ryan Reynolds.
No.
Like that's the thing. So why do they have to make it suck? Like I don't understand. You didn't have to do that.
Maybe the whole reboot is Marvel realizing that they don't need to make everything just. I don't want to say woke, but that's basically what it is. They're just trying to have an agenda instead of actually good storytelling.
Yes, they're. It's
Yes,
they.
but is their storytelling going to get better from this? You know what I mean?
I feel like they will take notes on what has worked and what has not worked. Because Endgame was not horribly received. It was just
Yeah.
considered like mid.
Yeah.
Or maybe a little better. Like
I thought
it was
It was on the better end.
it was
on the-
considered decent. It was
Yeah.
considered good but not.
You had
great.
all the white girls crying like, "Oh, Iron Man died!" Like, yeah.
I was upset that.
No, I was too. I just wasn't like crying in theaters. You know what I mean? I wasn't like
Were you
in my
crying?
friend's shoulder. Like, "Ah!"
Were you crying when Spider-Man died in Infinity War?
No, I was sad, but I wasn't crying. You know what I mean?
Okay. So
What was that supposed to?
I'm proving
achieve?
your point.
Yeah, exactly.
So
what are we doing? Where are we going?
I knew where I was going, and then you did all this.
My bad.
Screw you. All right. So I think they're going to learn by what has worked and what has not worked. Deadpool works.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they can replicate it.
No.
Like, I don't think they can even do an offshoot type of thing that's similar.
They're going to try, though.
They're going to
They're
try.
going to try. Like, that's what they... Okay, see... I'm going to go on a rant about the MCU now. I'm sorry if you had more to say. I'm cutting you off.
You a bum.
Maybe. That's what Marvel did, though. That's what Marvel does. Like, they find what works, and then they just turn everything into a like slightly worse copy of that. Just getting more watered down and unfunny as it goes. Like, they did that with Guardians of the Galaxy. That early 2000s Marvel was very hit or miss. Like, they had the Iron Man, they had Captain America, but then they also had stuff like Thor. Thor was not received well, from what I remember. But then they finally get, like, Guardians of the Galaxy, something everybody loves. So then they're like, oh, this works. Let's try to make everything kind of funny, kind of like a serious story, and it's just gone downhill. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they've always tried to do the, like, Avengers. Like I was saying, so you have to choose, unless you're Deadpool. Deadpool can mix it.
Deadpool can do it.
But Avengers, for the most part, everything was serious with comedy.
Mm-hmm. And
Like
dry comedy too.
Yeah, it was good storytelling.
Yeah.
Like we will never have again a scene like Bruce Banner saying, "I put a bullet in my mouth," and the other guy spat it out. Like,
what was that from?
That was from Avengers.
Oh.
It was Bruce Banner talking about the Hulk, and he said,
right.
He was like, "You want to kill me? I've tried. I put a bullet in my mouth. The other guy spat it out."
Mm-hmm.
That's a bar, first
yeah.
of all. Like, that's fire.
Mm-hmm.
But we will never have something like that again unless they do a complete change, which upsets me because OG Avengers and even Age of Ultron were very good.
Mm-hmm.
Infinity War was starting to fade by that point.
Yeah.
But it was good. It still was. It had more comedy, but it was still mostly serious.
Yeah.
Then Endgame, they just tried to put everything. Like, when they were literally devising their plan, they were, well, no going back and betting on sports games. And they're like, are you making even they said it. They're like, are you making a reference to Back to the Future right now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was the issue. They're trying to be too funny, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just...
And that's what it's become with most of the movies now. Like, they're trying to be funny, and they're not. They're not funny. Like, I think the last time I actually, like, genuinely laughed in a Marvel movie was Shang-Chi with Awkwafina. Awkwafina was funny in that movie.
Shang-Chi was a good movie.
Shang-Chi was pretty good. Awkwafina was funny. You know what I mean? I remembered...
What was Awkwafina? What was that?
I don't know. She was just like the girl best friend or whatever. Just
yes.
singing Hotel California,
Hotel
with like a sword doing it. It was funny.
Yeah, that movie was good because it was original.
Yeah,
they did something original. They keep trying to do the same. Like, they do the same thing over and over again until it dies.
Mm-hmm.
They kill it.
Yeah,
they keep beating the dead horse.
Yeah,
until it stops spitting out money.
Yeah,
and then they move on.
Mm-hmm.
And then they murder She-Hulk. Like,
you die a hero, you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
You die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself
to twerk with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj.
Want to go to the beach? Nicki Minaj.
Wow, the reference.
Who gets that? 20 Tracer bucks if you get that reference.
Tracer bucks. Okay.
That was good.
Yeah. But I feel like we should get back onto the topic, which is Deadpool and Wolverine.
I think we've covered a lot.
Yeah, it's like how far can we go on this topic?
What was your favorite part of the movie?
Whoa, that is. You guys both hit me with loaded questions just like out of nowhere. I don't have time to think.
I'm not gonna judge you.
No, it's just I have to think. I can't think.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. I think I kind of have two favorite scenes. My favorite scene was probably just when they introduced Chris Evans, Johnny Storm. Like, I just love that.
That was tough.
At first I thought it was Dwayne Johnson. I don't know why. The voice just sounded like Dwayne Johnson. And then my favorite other scene was probably the one with all the Deadpools, like just fighting all the Deadpools. That was good.
Dwayne Johnson will forever be cursed to be in bad movies.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorites was the talk leading into the fight in the car, and I guess including the fight in the car.
Yeah.
Wishful hoping was very funny, but
It's educated wishing.
oh yeah,
It's an educated wish. It's
Educated
educated. You know what I mean?
It was an educated wish,
It's crazy.
and that fight was good.
That was a good.
And
Fight.
then I liked the big fight with Blade and Gambit and
That was good.
X-23
Oh yeah.
And
and all
Electra.
them,
and all
and
that.
Electra. That was tough.
Okay, I'm really glad they included X-23's or what's her name now, like Lauren, something like that.
I think she said it was Laura.
Yeah, something like
actually.
that. I'm glad they included like the foot claw in there. Like it was very brief and not used as much as I would have liked, but they used it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that because I was afraid. I was afraid for most of that movie that they weren't gonna include it, but that was so cool. Like in Logan, how she used that, it was good.
I will say I didn't like how fast the fight with Sabretooth went.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I wish he would have fought someone else and it went that fast, and then he had a real fight with Sabretooth.
yeah, bro. Like Sabretooth got clipped.
Like him and I get Wolverine's way better than Sabretooth.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But it would have been so cool to see them have an actual
It was
fight.
funny
instead
how
of-
much they hyped it up in the trailers, and then he just gets
instead of
clipped in the
just
film.
running past him and then he gets his head cut off instantly.
Yeah.
And Deadpool's just like, "Oh, what's wrong? Wolvie got your throat?" So I forget what he said, but I wish that would have gone on a little longer.
I guess, yeah, I can see you there.
Yeah, and
See,
there was one guy in the Void area. He looked like Nightcrawler, but he was red. Do you guys know who that guy was?
Yes, he was from some of the original X-Men movies, but I don't remember what his name was. But he was
He part of Magneto's team.
he was like he was teleporting students up in the air and dropping them, and then he would
That's
teleport
wild.
back down and grab them and then fly up and teleport up in the air and drop them.
I don't remember that. What movie was that?
It was one of the first ones. It might have been like X-Men First Class.
Oh, that's the only one I haven't seen.
It's I think it's the first one.
Oh, okay.
Dude, so when I was watching when I was watching Deadpool 2 the night before I watched Deadpool and Wolverine, my dad's friend was like, "Oh, yeah, isn't this the part where they go get the two X-Men that nobody's ever heard of?" And I was like, "Who are you talking to that they've never heard of Colossus?" And he's like, "Oh, Touch the Nerve did." And I was like, "Have you never watched X-Men? Like, Colossus has always been there."
Okay, so the character's name is Azazel, I believe.
Azazel.
Azazel. What?
Yeah. We're talking about the red devil
Yeah.
looking dude, right?
Red
Yeah.
Devil looking dude who can teleport.
Yeah,
Him.
Oh,
that's
Yeah.
him.
hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
do
his name.
not remember him at all.
I never saw the X-Men movie.
What movie was I think it was X-Men First Class, but I could be wrong. It was. I know it was very early on.
What's it? What was the question?
I don't know what movie.
X-Men First Class is what it says.
I'm him. But yeah, it was him, and then I think it was the girl with the long nails. I'm mad that
Oh yeah, no, like they made references back to the old movies, but then some of them only got like 2 seconds of screen time, which was kind of sad.
I'm upset that the Juggernaut who was in the Void never said I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. Because that was my favorite line that he said in the X-Men movie. He was
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. And then he would run forward.
Yeah, it would have been nice if he could have actually started running around.
Yeah,
Like,
instead of getting his feet cut off instantly.
Yeah.
that was
There was Channing Tatum being Gambit is still like, and he was such a minor character too.
Yeah.
He was barely in the movie. And he was Gambit.
Channing Tatum just shows up. You know what I
He
mean?
does.
He just pulls up in certain films.
He's just like, yo.
Yo, hello.
On Magic Mike.
Yeah. And I guess Deadpool kind of does. Deadpool has kind of done that, like bringing in these like pretty high tier actors for like a random cameo where they'll just die, like Brad Pitt in the second movie. Like he's invisible until he just gets electrocuted to death. Like, dude gets no lines at all.
Yeah, well, Vanisher, I'm sure you look great. Too.
Yeah.
I'm glad he went back and saved all of them, though. I think all of them. No, I don't remember seeing the vomit dude ever again. The dude who vomited acid, but
That's
He
the
probably
lamest
got clipped.
superpower ever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Another one of the cameos was Toad from the original X-Men.
Toad was and then he gets murked instantly. Like,
Oh.
I get he's like so mid.
Yeah,
Right?
he's horrible.
He's so
Mhm.
mid. His power is so mid. But like, let him do something. Like,
Yeah, but what's he gonna do?
lick you.
He's gonna choke you with his tongue, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, against Deadpool and Wolverine, who both have
Yeah.
healing factors.
So here's what I've always wondered: with a healing factor, could drowning kill them? Because there's no cells to heal.
I think that is actually one thing that was used in the comics. It was like Deadpool trying to kill Wolverine, so he's like, "Oh, here, I'm gonna drown you." Like,
Yeah, because
hit clip, nerd. Like,
I don't see how you could regenerate because there's nothing to
there's
regenerate.
nothing to regenerate.
But I don't know if you guys have read it, but there is a novel called Deadpool Kills Marvel.
Yeah. Deadpool kills
yeah,
the
I've
Marvel
heard of
Universe.
that. Yeah.
I've read that. A little bit.
He literally goes through and knocks off every single character. Not every single character because there's like an infinite number of them.
No, I saw the Punisher one. I didn't see the Deadpool one.
Yeah, he kills a ton of the characters in Marvel. He kills Wolverine with some type of sword that like nullifies healing factor. So apparently that exists.
Yeah.
Is there a reason he does this?
I mean, it's like the person who wins is the writers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no clue why, but Deadpool, I think he literally says that. There's a panel where it shows the writers drawn and Deadpool's looking through it. He's like, look at these guys. These idiots.
That's funny.
Yeah. How long has it been?
It's been a good
Almost an
minute.
hour.
Almost an hour.
Yeah. Another thing, I did like the tribute in the credits with like the
Oh
yeah,
the
that's
clips. Yeah,
All the
that was good.
clips were very good.
That was kind of sad, to be honest.
Mhm.
What was it a tribute to? I didn't.
Just like
The original
legacy of,
X-Men movies,
like,
Fantastic
Fantastic
Four.
Yeah.
I like that.
got to
That
see
was a good
young
touch.
Hugh Jackman.
Mm-hmm.
More like Hugh Jacked man.
He ages well. He ages very well.
He aged.
Yeah.
Like I was at work today and this girl was like talking about having a crush on Hugh Jackman and I was like, you're 20. He's 35 years older than you.
Yeah.
I think you need to relax.
Mm.
Age is just a number.
Prison is just a room. Like it's
Yeah.
that was so funny though. I hope that when I grow up I'm as ripped as Hugh Jackman.
You have the power.
I don't think I do.
No, you got that.
Do you think he got on roids for it?
Probably. He's like 60.
There's a chance he didn't actually. I don't know if his muscles would be that full though. Like his muscles were all very like.
I don't know anything about bodybuilding.
CGI.
It could have been CGI. They could have.
That's true.
They could have faked it, but it didn't look like it. It looked
Yeah, it
too
looked-
good to be
yeah.
like CGI. It looked real.
Yeah.
Unless they put all their money into that one scene. That.
Well, we heard it. They couldn't. The budget was spent on Human Torch.
Yeah.
Do Do you know what he was doing to the budget?
I don't know why that. Maybe it's just Chris Evans is the actor, not the character. Because I don't know who would really pay that much for Johnny Storm to be in their movie.
Well, I mean, it's just all the stuff it takes.
What?
It's
Oh,
all
right.
the stuff it takes to like have a person on fire in CGI and then shooting flames. Like, that's just a lot of digital stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. Avengers flame on. What? Yeah, I saw Chris Evans. I literally went, oh, and then I was confused. Like, what is? I was like, why is Captain America? Why would he be here?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this makes sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just gets wrecked
Yeah. No.
instantly. It's like, why would you keep shooting the dude? It's clearly not working.
Yeah.
Like, do something else.
So he just keeps doing it until he like loses it and passes out or something. Like
Yeah.
just falls.
I saw his skin getting torn off. That was
wild.
I was not ready.
No.
I was not.
Nobody was.
I was not mentally prepared.
No. There's no coming back from that.
Yeah.
It set the tone pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wolverine drinking rubbing alcohol.
Valid.
No, it's not.
That's valid.
What kind of man are you?
I don't know.
A man who drinks rubbing alcohol?
I respect game. Game respects game. You know what I mean?
No. I think you need help.
Man's got a hobby. He needs to keep going.
With the dog pool or whatever.
Dog pool
Dog
was
pool.
goated. Apparently, that's the ugliest dog in Britain.
Really.
That's what I heard.
I gotta agree.
It's a pretty ugly dog.
It was very ugly. Nice pool had it. That was the yin and yang.
But I was fully expecting like one of the scenes where the dog is running up to Deadpool. I was fully expecting the dog to just get hit by a car or something.
I was expecting the
Oh
dog
my
to
gosh.
attack him. I was expecting the dog to like bite his throat off or something.
Yeah.
But he never did. And then,
Yeah,
dude,
that dog was just there.
Nice pool getting his brains blown out.
That was wild.
You're gonna live, all right? Repeat after me. You're gonna live. You're gonna live. I'm gonna live. Boom. And then he's sitting there doing CPR and the head's gone.
I think he's definitely dead.
I think he's gone. Yeah, that was.
That was wild.
Oh my. His brains all over him.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that out of all of those Deadpools, he's the one that can't regenerate.
Yeah.
So depressing.
And then after they get through all the Deadpools, and then there's baby pool sitting there, he's like, what are you laughing at, you?
Yeah.
And then all of them would start getting back up.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
It was very good. It was such a complete movie. Like it had everything you want.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So out of 10, what would you guys rate it?
Like an 8.
I would give it a 8.5.
I would give it a 10 out of 10, but there was so much swearing and sex jokes that probably 9. I don't know. I mean, that's what makes it Deadpool, though. So
Yeah.
You kind of has to.
Mm-hmm.
You're just very against stuff like there wasn't even that much sex stuff.
Well,
It was just a lot of swearing.
Yeah.
A lot. It was like every other line.
Definitely. Because the Kia doesn't fucking suck. Like, no.
I'm sorry.
Gotta fight in there. Drive a Honda minivan. I gotta represent.
I'm sorry. I don't have kids.
Yeah.
Not that I haven't tried. No. It's from a lack of trying. I don't have a lot of fashions.
Yeah.
That was a sex joke.
Mm.
Yeah, that was one. I don't remember there being a ton.
There was a good amount.
There was a good amount, but it wasn't like overbearing.
yeah.
Like the swearing.
Yeah.
Like it was literally like 4 words F bomb.
Yeah.
4 words F bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first movie. Well, did Wolverine swear a lot in Logan?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't.
You should watch Logan. That was really good.
Alright. Yeah, I should. think my parents didn't want me to watch it for one.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
dad didn't.
no, it's violent. It's pretty violent, a lot of swearing, but it's
I still remember.
really good ending to that character. You know what I mean?
I still remember, like he's like a limo driver for a part of it.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they have like all these girls are in the back. She's like, "Hey, driver." And it's like, whoa.
Did they show that?
Yes, they did.
Oh dang!
My dad covered my
I
eyes.
completely forgot about that scene.
My dad covered my eyes. I was like, what are you doing?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that was probably that was one of the larger plot holes I noticed in Deadpool. Is that Logan took place in like 2029 or 2035 or something like that. Like, how was Deadpool? Huh?
It took.
It was that. It was them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
thought he was
takes,
supposed to age like slowly. Then how would he be that old in 2035?
well, he was already in like his 30s from the previous movies.
Well, I mean, he's
Something like that.
actually he's hundreds of years old because he fought.
Yeah.
He fought in World War One.
Yeah.
And
No, it wasn't
World War
World
II.
War One. It was
He
Vietnam, wasn't
He
it?
fought in all
Well,
three.
Oh,
that's
dang,
what they
never mind.
showed Vietnam, but I think
He fought in all three.
Yeah.
That's how he got the name the Wolverine.
Yeah, that's true.
Which, of course, the government's like, dude, bone claws sticking out
Yeah.
of his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that was probably just the biggest hole I noticed. Like, because Logan takes place in like 2029, 2035, and Deadpool is finding his body in 2024.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's
When does Logan take place?
2029.
2029? Yeah, that's...
weird.
See that? So that's the biggest hole that's the one that annoys me a bit because I can't just explain it away. You know what I mean? Or like,
I
it was
guess-
fun, it was enjoyable.
There's a way that
I mean,
the movie just could take place further on than that.
but the
Oh,
fact-
you're right. I guess Deadpool has time travel, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Because he went to that thing from the TVA and he's bouncing around through the universes.
I don't understand
Oh,
how
yeah.
he was getting through each universe. Like, how did he go from his universe to 616 to back to his universe?
He yoinked the thingy off the guys.
So well, that was after he had already gone to Earth 616 and gotten rejected.
Did he go to 616 though? Was
It literally said
616?
Earth 616, the sacred timeline.
That's when he went to the Avengers place.
Yeah,
How'd he get there then? No, you're right. I was explaining away the other dimensions, but I think you're right. How'd he get there?
Did he just take the subway? And it takes you like I don't know.
I mean, at the end of
He had
Deadpool,
cables.
at the end of Deadpool 2, he yoinked Cable's watch. So, oh my
But-
goodness, my bad.
From everything in Deadpool 2 in the end credit scenes, Deadpool takes place in the universe of the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
How?
How he get there?
I don't see how he
How
got
he
there.
there? Why he show up?
But it was still good. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
no.
complain about that.
No, it was a fun movie.
Are we not going to question how X-23 even got to the Void? Like, she didn't die in Logan, did she?
No, she didn't die in
No.
Logan. I think
Well, that's
no.
that was what the deal was with it. Like how they all showed up. There was the TVA was like, oh, you don't really have a purpose anymore.
Yeah.
You have no reason to be here.
Which I
to the
don't
Void.
understand because I feel like X-23 could have gotten her own movie after that.
She could have, but it's. Oh, hang on. Let
I
me
guess
think.
it was just kind of an ending to that whole universe anyway. So
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Logan being the anchor character.
I don't understand the anchor characters still.
So anchor,
Oh,
like I don't get
Disney's
how.
dug themselves into a hole with like all this multiversal time travel stuff. Like,
I just don't see like. So
they gotta bring up some
so-
new concept for like, oh,
Out
the
of-
universe is gonna die. Like,
Yeah.
out of every X-Men, Wolverine was the most famous, yes.
yeah,
But Deadpool is just as famous as Wolverine is.
Yeah.
So why is he who's the anchor character in Marvel?
Probably Iron Man.
well, he died.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah. But the
Well,
universe
Captain
is-
America, because he's dead.
But the universe is still. The TVA guy said it slows down like thousands of years.
Yeah,
I know, but why was he like So no, because clearly Earth 616 is still alive and thriving
Yeah.
because he was trying to send Deadpool there, and there was no issue. Because is it Thor? Because Thor isn't the
Yeah.
most famous Avenger.
We-
It's Captain America
yeah.
or Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
So, and both of them are dead,
Yeah.
and the world forgot about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it can't be him either.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I just want to know who Earth 6. Maybe there can be multiple like characters. Maybe that's what
Yeah.
it is.
Why wouldn't there have been one for the Fox universe then? Why wouldn't there have been more?
Yeah, why is there one?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was just another. It's just Disney making more writing gimmicks. Like, oh, your universe is gonna perish because this thing didn't work now. Like, it just annoys me. That's kind of my issue I've had with Marvel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this movie was fun. I enjoyed it. I'm leaving it at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm down to just leave it at that, I guess.
Yeah.
It's,
Fine. Yeah, we've milked this movie dry.
A little bit.
Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have
Alright.
used that. And
All right.
okay, thank you all for listening to episode 5. I think this was. And if you haven't seen the movie, I don't know why you'd still be listening, but go watch it.